Hey everyone, I've got a new filming hat, so it's mounted to my head so you can see what I'm looking at. We haven't had a lot of videos recently just because it's been so hot and just been busy, a lot of stuff going on, but you can tell now probably that things look a little bit different already. The giant marigold bush is gone nuts, which is cool. Where we had our well dug up the other day, you can see it's a pretty big pile of dirt. That should all settle out next few weeks, months, hopefully. But yeah, so over here we had trees cut down. Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the back, one in the back or the front. So a lot of them were dead or dying. So we thought we'd just cut them down before they fall down. And that's our firewood. A neighbor across the street, Randy, he came over and got some of it. He's going to trade us that for, he's got some finished wood that's already seasoned for a year or two that we can burn immediately. So that's a good thing. And there's the cat running around being a cat. Hi, truck. But all the wood chips that they used, or sorry, all the wood chips we got from them chipping up all the trees and branches and stuff are all dropped off back here. I asked them to keep them, for me to keep them, because I don't know, wood chips are always a good thing to have usually. You know, can't go wrong with wood chips, and you don't want to buy them if you have them for free. So here they are. The really cool thing is there must have been a lot of bugs living in the dead trees or something, because it came back here the first day or second day, and these things were actually, the piles were steaming. They were steaming piles. But there's, God, it must have been thousands of bugs flying all over these things. And then immediately, like the day after, a bunch of wasps moved in and have been basically combing over the pile. Kind of see a little one there. Just basically combing over the pile looking for other bugs to eat. Because wasps are predatory. So they eat other bugs. So they've had a feast here. And one of the other cool things, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you, is that, right, I love dragonflies. Purely for the simple reason that they're predators of the bad bugs in the garden. And I just think dragonflies are cool, the way they fly. They kind of change direction midair and just kind of, you know, go nuts flying around. I think it's interesting how they do that. So yesterday, over there at the neighbor's house, we saw some things flying around. It looked like maybe 100 dragonflies just all over the yard. And I thought, man, I hope we can have them over here. And we came out this morning, had a look, and there were probably about 4 or 5 dragonflies in the garden that were just hovering. And they're so cool. I'm like, yeah, come live here, eat all the bad bugs. You can live here forever for all I care, you know. So that's my little pile of rocks. It's not very good. There's a grasshopper on it. My little pile of rocks for my dragonfly habitat. Not the best. I've got one elsewhere. It works pretty good. So yeah.
It's in here.
It's what?
Dragonflies.
Oh, is it in here now? Where is it?
Just above the
Oh yeah, right there. I hope you can see it.
the squash is right in front of me.
Yeah.
There's another one up there.
Oh yeah, it's when they're flying in the air. They're kind of hard to see, but you can see them from here.
It's right here next to me. It's just about
There's one just flew off.
Yeah.
Another one there, yep. They're just so cool. I wish I knew like a real way to make a habitat for them to where they would be really, really happy.
enjoying the tomatoes.
They what? What is?
They're buzzing around, like they've landed on the cane in front of the tomatoes.
Oh.
You see in the middle one?
Oh yeah.
It's right, sitting like right on the
Oh yeah, I hope you can see. Oh, it is. It's right on top, perched. That's so cool. Oh.
It's gone towards the shed.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, going towards the marigold. Dragonfly chasing. I hope you guys can see that. But anyway, I thought I'd give you a quick garden tour because it's basically winding down the season for summer gardening. it hit the hottest peak a few weeks ago pretty much, and now it's starting to slowly get a little cooler. I say that, it's still probably 80 degrees out here, and the sun, it feels hot. So quick little tour again. Things probably look a little different than they did last time. So we have the peppers. We harvested a couple of green peppers yesterday and jalapenos. And obviously the sunflowers have gotten huge. These are mammoth Russian sunflowers. So hopefully we'll have some seeds to pick and eat later on. My world's hottest Caribbean pepper, 400,000 Scovilles, because you need that in your life, I guess, right? So those are becoming red and dangerous. Oh, look, you got a little bee. I hope you can see it. Little bumblebee on the marigolds. These marigolds are interesting. They're really huge. They're African marigolds, and they're gigantic. But you see the bush over there is the same plant, the same seed packet as the ones right there in the little planter. So I think they must adapt to their root size or whatever they're growing in, because they just stay small in there, but they are huge over there. But anyway, the cucumbers have started to die out. We got so many cucumbers, just cucumber overload. And the tomatoes.
Today, the cucumbers.
Yeah, we're gonna rip that out just because it's done. And we're gonna see about doing some fall weather crops of lettuce, cabbage, stuff that grows better in cool weather. And the tomatoes have been picked and harvested the past day, but we still have a few more.
That's what I'm harvesting right now?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That was my car. Yeah. The asparagus behind the sunflowers, that's hopefully should do good for us next year, now that it's getting bigger and increasing its root size. Butternut squash that looks like a rope at the bottom, but that did really well for us. So that's going to come out, I think, soon. The two green bean plants in the back, they're really small, but man, we harvested a good handful or two of green beans yesterday and ate them, and they were pretty tasty. So let's keep going here. Marigolds, we have more of the zucchini. This is, all right, here, I'm just gonna show you. That's a zucchini, a big one, and we're gonna see how big it gets. And in here, the corn didn't do so great. It grew fine, but the raccoons decided they like corn. And raccoons have also decided they like to climb. And when they climb, they get corn, because they've figured out how to climb the fence here. They climb up and they hop right over here. And I'll find in the morning this is bent down sometimes and everything will be eaten. But they haven't touched anything other than the corn. Maybe a few little tomatoes here and there, ripe ones, but nothing extravagant, nothing crazy. They're not ravaging the garden, so that's good. Pests have been very minimal this year, other than bugs. Bugs have gotten us, munched on a lot of stuff, but we'll get better with that as time goes on. Cabbages, we got a couple cabbages that are ready to harvest. The one right here, this is the bad mamma jamma here. It's huge and solid.
That's tomorrow night's dinner.
Yeah, tomorrow night's dinner. I put in a couple random tomatoes here. These are the suckers from other plants that you can pop them off and just put them in dirt, and they'll just keep growing. So we'll have late summer and fall tomatoes, hopefully, that'll come in as well. The carrots, I planted these way too close together, so they're not very big, but I'll see if I can pull one out and you can kind of see. They need to be a lot bigger to eat. But let's see here. Let's pull that. These are multicolored carrots. Let's see. Yep, not quite big enough. Not quite what you want. But hey, it smells like carrot. You can't smell it, but I can. Looks like carrot, smells like carrot.
Not quite big enough to be a carrot.
Not quite big enough to be a carrot, but oh well. Again, lessons learned for next year. Space them out more and water them more. They need a lot of water.
Some big summer squash in there.
Yeah.
Ones.
Yeah, I saw the giant zucchini there. That might have to be zucchini bread.
Maybe.
But yeah, we got a couple. Oh, so spiky. Yeah, a couple
No one tells you how spiky zucchini and squash plants actually.
Yeah, they kind of, well, they don't hurt, but
Oh, they hurt.
if you grab them, you have to grab them with some intention. You know, if you just touch them, then it'll kind of hurt, but if you just grab it, it'll be all right. Let's see if anything's on the corn. I mean, you have a little baby corn growing here, but that's not going to do anything by the time, you know, it's ready to pick. It'll be too cold. They grow too slow. But we're going to pick some of this stuff out, clean up in here today. The tomatoes that we had in pots here, in containers that were growing over on the deck, we decided they didn't really like it very much. It just got too hot on the deck and just too much direct sunlight. These did have a little bit of shade before, but the trees were there. But obviously now they cut those down. You don't have as much shade, but they'll be all right.
But these are all hybrid tomatoes, so
They are.
they're only seasonal. So
Yeah.
They're pretty much dying now.
And I think the problem with them is the containers, the dirt dries out in them very quickly compared to the ground. So you have to keep up with watering like
But we definitely got a good harvest.
Yeah, we did. We absolutely did. Anyway, let's come around here and see what else we got.
Watermelons.
Watermelons, yes. We
Butternut
have
squash.
padron peppers there, right there in the middle. The two tomatoes and the padrons. This just exploded somehow.
That was one I rescued after the storm.
Yeah, and it got its ideal conditions now, or whatever it is, and it's just taken off. We'll come around here. Here's the watermelon. Not the biggest watermelon patch. We've got a few. See? One watermelon,
There's
two watermelon,
another one in the...
three watermelon, four watermelon. There's another one
I
back
think
there.
there's 6 in there.
There's a little, I see a little tiny one that just started.
The grapes are kind of trying to take over.
Yeah. Grapes, I'm going to pull the grapes out this end of the year.
Where's my...
We tasted a grape yesterday. It was pretty tart, not very sweet, and the seeds were huge. So,
butternut
not a huge
squash.
fan of grapes.
There's a butternut squash in here that's probably 10 inches long.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if
Oh,
you can
yeah,
see it.
there it is.
He's right here.
I'm excited for those.
This is that's one butternut, and there's another one growing over there.
Yeah.
And
I'm
there's a
excited for
couple
the
more.
butternut to roast those in the fall. Autumn. It's called fall because leaf fall down. That's what the Americans, that's what we do. Leaf fall
One
down.
of the cabbages is cracked.
Yeah,
I don't
cracked
know.
cow, I don't know how to prevent that.
I think that's...
My Korean cabbages have gotten mauled by bugs. I planted them at the wrong time of the year. They should be planted now so they get in bloom in the fall when it's cooler and less bugs. But got a few other carrots here that I planted
Oh my goodness.
to stagger them out.
We
And
missed some green beans yesterday.
oh, did we? And
Yeah.
in here I got Daikon radishes. And those are getting bigger. You can see. Well, maybe you can't, but they are.
Look. We
Oh,
missed some
wow.
green beans yesterday.
Those are huge green beans. I want to.
You want to try one?
Oh, 5-second rule.
Yeah. It's all organic.
Yeah.
Those are good ones.
Yeah.
Those are off the really small plant.
Yeah.
And behind, they were hiding under the tomatoes.
Well, my takeaway this year is grow more beans, more green beans next year, and don't get discouraged that they stay small. Because they didn't seem to do very well in the early summer. They seem to be kicking in now.
The onions and carrots behind the peas there are starting to come in.
Yeah.
We have
Had a hard time with the onions too. But it's just learning what likes what type of soil and heat and shade and all that. What's
peas
the
are almost done.
The butternut squash plant is planted down there, and it's run all the way up, all the way over. I want to run it all the way down and back eventually, or maybe along the, I don't know. I want to get a lot of squash. But yesterday, I hand pollinated this little guy right here. Hope so he stays and gets
There's another
bigger.
one coming in over there,
Where?
underneath this leaf here.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see that one. Or maybe that's the one. Well, maybe I did that one too. I don't know. I'm just munching on these beans.
I'm just about to open one of these pea pods as well. I just
Mm.
saw.
Yeah, these peas.
We had some of these peas last night
Yeah.
as part of a wider salad.
Now, I'm pretty sure you can just eat these
you
with
can.
the shell on.
But these ones have got the little marvel peas in, so they're the really sweet.
This one only has
So it
one.
has no peas?
It has one.
That's why these are
One little pea.
these are almost finished now, I think.
No, I would eat the.
You can eat the whole thing. They're like sugar snap peas.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're sweet. Yeah, I'll definitely eat those again. And tomato that's just not stopping.
I think this is an heirloom tomato because it keeps giving more and more and more.
Yeah, it just doesn't stop.
But this is the one the raccoon's been attacking.
Towards the bottom.
Uh-huh.
Blueberries. Blueberry plant didn't do. It put out one blueberry, I think, and the birds got it. But
There's a tomato harvest.
there's some
from this
tomatoes
morning.
we got this morning, yeah. These things are the tastiest little flavor bombs ever. They're just tasty as all get out. Yeah. I've never really just liked to eat tomatoes like that. Just, they're so sweet. Okay, what else we got? I'm getting distracted eating tomatoes and peas and stuff.
Well,
No,
I think we're...
yeah, there's the dog, Maddie, back there. Hi, Maddie. She's back there. You can hardly see her.
She's lovely.
But yeah, I mean, this is what it is, and we'll have it cleaned up hopefully a little bit more today, and start switching over to the fall planting for like lettuces and cabbages and cool weather growing stuff. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, herb garden.
We need to water now,
We do.
and we need to not be out here in the heat because we got a little bit of sunshine yesterday.
Yeah, and we kind of let the watering go for the past couple weeks a little bit.
Well, the last
Try-
week we didn't have any water.
Well, yeah. Tried to rely on the rain to do it, but it didn't rain a whole lot, so I'm gonna have to supplement here. But it's okay. I think my the pitcher plant, the carnivorous plant, it's doing pretty well. It's still growing, and it's got more of the little things on it than I had before. I guess it's eating bugs. Let's see some little bugs, little fruit flies and stuff in it. Wish you would get the cabbages, the cabbage moths. And yeah, so anyway, yeah, this is it. Next year, we would hopefully expand out a little bit towards the back, and maybe even towards the side a little bit, but we will see. Well, I think there's anything else that people might want to see. You haven't done a video in a while.
You know,
Well-
I think we've had trees cut down, we've had a well dug up, we've
Yeah.
got a lot of wood chips, we've cleared a lot of the back
good old-
area.
Bees on the marigolds.
We're
Big,
gonna
big old bumblebees. Where'd they go? There it is.
build our compost bins today.
2 bumblebees, 3 bumblebees. They're all over this thing. This marigold really brings in the pollinators. It's really, really kind of neat how many it brings in. Of course, it also brought in Japanese beetles earlier in the year, but they seem to be gone now. So anyway, all right. Here's a cicada out there somewhere. Yep. Oh look, more bees on the tomato. I'm sorry, guys. I just like looking at bees and nice bugs. Can you see them in there? Oh, look at the huge pollen sacs on his legs. He's just loving life. Wow. I hope you guys can see that. Bumble and bumblebee. All right. Well, anyway, I guess that's it for now. So I'll take the hat off. Bye.